Hello, in this lecture, I'm going to describe to you and model it to you with Rhino. It's called Mobius stripe. It's a mathematical concept. Let me demonstrate. I have a piece of paper, long and thin. I rotate one side, and then I'm going to touch the other side. So this becomes a Mobius stripe. Because what happened is this edge continues. So if I start my hand from here, let me mark. If I mark, so if I go around, I come here, I come here, I come back here, I go here, here, and then I will come back to the same point. So, so basically the edge, instead of two edges, become just one edge. So the edge continues. So let me show you also in this. Okay, you can see this is probably a little more clear. So if I started from here, I go around, I go here, I go behind, I go here, come back up to this point. So that's Mobius strip. So how do we model it in Rhino? Okay, so what I did first is, okay, on the top view, let's just do another one. So this one was the modified one. So I would do along the surface. Okay, just rectangular, but sort of like long, like the piece of paper. The proportion you can decide. So this, and then I'm going to rebuild because I need more control point so that I can twist it both ends. So it sort of looks like this once it's done. So I need more control point. So I'm going to rebuild with a little hammer. Okay, so the V is 3, that's fine. Even 2 might be okay. And this direction is 10 of them. So there's enough. Say okay. Okay, so here, with this one. Okay, so this is the one that we've seen. Okay, let's move this one here. Okay, so I think I should look at the vertical side. Oh, I should probably do on the different, okay, let's first, let's just do with this. So I would do rotate and select, I haven't selected, turn on the control point and then select a couple of them and then rotate, use the midpoint as the midpoint is not there, okay, midpoint as the center, and then, okay, here, midpoint as the center, endpoint, a little bit, endpoint, and then do a rotation, press shift 90 degrees. So I rotate this side and then do the same, select a couple of them, and then rotate, snap to the midpoint, come back to the other view. This time I'm going to do a different direction. Press on shift, 90 degree. So I created something like this. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, correct. So this one is twisted. Yeah, so this, if I imagine this surface to be red and blue. This part is red, that part is blue. So red goes from this side to the other side, correct. So I already twisted this. Once I've done that, I will draw a line under, make this one up a little bit. Oh, just so that I can see better. Move up a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to draw a line based on the bottom of the shape. And, and. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flow. This time is not a flow along surface, it's a flow from a line into a circle. So using the line as the base, and then flow it onto the circle. So let's take a look. So for example here, okay, so type in flow. So not flow along surface, just flow. We select the object to flow, press enter, and select the base curve, which is this line, and then the target. So I need to stretch. Rigid, no. Stretch, yes, correct. So because I need to stretch, otherwise it will not wrap around the whole length of the circle. Okay, so then I create a mobile stripe. So if we can check, for example, I start from here, go around, from here, and down, and here, and here, back to the same point. So that's a mobile stripe that I created. We can modify a lot with this shape. You know, if we're not happy because this is flat and that one is sort of a, you know, vertical. But on the other hand, if your original stripe, I think, let me try to play with it. Another one. So do another stripe, do a different sort of a shape. Because maybe I don't like this stripe that much because this vertical, that's totally horizontal. So maybe what I liked is them to have some kind of a diagonal relationship. Okay, so using this, go to this view and move this person aside just so that I can work with it. So let me try to rotate. I could turn on the control point and just select this part. For example, zoom in a little bit. It's hard to see here. So that's probably wrong. Okay, turn on the control point, select a couple of them. We can rotate by rotate from here. The first midpoint, and either way will do. So rotate, I will type in the angle. Let's say instead of 90 degrees, I type in 45. Okay, and select the other one, other end, and do the same rotate. Still, one of the midpoint will do. And this one, I'm going to try to come back here. So probably would have to be 135 degree. Press enter. Oh, no. 45. I needed it. No, 45 is probably a little bit too not enough because 90 and 90. Oh, am I missing something? So I probably will come back to this and do another test because what I like is the edges are meeting when they rotate, when they wrap around, but not at 90 degrees because the shape looks a bit odd. So let me try another time. let me see where is the edge. So this edge is 45 degrees. Okay. Big trouble with this. So one of the edge is 45 degrees, already created. And the other edge, I need to rotate so that when it wrap around, it would meet this angle. So maybe I do it roughly by hand, just by looking. So turn on the control point, select, turn on the control point, select a couple of them, and click on rotate. Rotate, okay. Use the midpoint. And okay, I think the one is good. So roughly here, possibly, I hope it's not going to. Okay, so let's look at this. Is this still okay? Okay, I mean, it's a little jagged. I may want to rebuild the surface so that's a little more smooth. I will try. Okay, select this and rebuild. And keep the same. Oh, one of the curvature, no, this one is fine because this one is a straight line, so the curvature can be set at 2 or even 1 is fine. I don't think there's much I can do, but this one, when you click, it seems to smooth out a little bit. Okay, so we'll do the same trick. We will generate, we'll just use the same circle. We'll generate one line from one end to another end. Okay, and then we do the flow. Okay, select base. Wait, wrong one. Because I'm flowing this one is already selected the circle. So okay, type in flow. Select object. Select base curve. Select the target curve. No, I did not. Okay, I messed up again. Okay, flow. Enter. Select the object. Need to read the command line. Select, press enter when done. Select base curve and target curve. Okay. So now, in terms of the shape, is a little different. So I would stop here for this, but moving on to another one, which is kind of a pseudo mobile stripe. So this one is not really a mobile stripe because this one is created differently. So what happened with this, with the other shape, this one is, I draw just 2 circles. Okay, for example, those are 2, where are the circles? Okay, let's draw 2 different circles. I draw a circle and draw another circle, either a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, doesn't matter. And the relationship is somehow not totally overlapping. And select one of them. Where is it? Okay, here. And select one of them is moving up a little, no, sorry, not moving up. Rotate. Okay, so here are the 2 circles, yeah? Rotate. Anywhere I can rotate. One is going in this direction. Another circle rotate is going a different direction. Okay, so these 2 circles are sort of like this relationship. And then I'm going to draw a line. Okay, just draw one line from, there is an end for this. And there is perpendicular to the other shape. I think that's a good thing. Yeah, just use perpendicular. So somehow they are in this perpendicular relationship. So I would let this line flow, sorry, not flow, two-row sweeping. So this little line sweeping, one is this, another one is this. So sweeping two-row sweep. Select the two-row sweep, select the first row, and select the second row, select the cross section, press enter, and no need to rebuild. Okay, so here is this one. So I made this. This is sort of like the mobile stripe, but it's actually not really. It's a pseudo. It sort of look like, because this one still has two edges, one circle, another circle. Okay? So I'm going to continue to play with this one just a little bit. I will use the one that I created before, because I think maybe this one. Yeah, that's the mobile stripe. I can probably use the new one I created. Okay, here, okay, good. So what I'm going to do is, there was a vertical line, I suppose, somewhere here. Okay. Possibly I should use a different line that's using this edge so that I can draw. What I like to do is I'm going to draw something kind of zigzag. There's a quad. Okay, quad. Let's see. Do I have a quad to quad? Here is this quad. Okay, so I'm going to draw another line. I will use a different one. Okay, perpendicular to the other edge. So press enter. So I create a new line. Oh, that one is not good. So, it's not all the way to the end. It's just a little bit. Excuse me. Where's the T? Okay, I would do without. So I like to see this edge so that I can draw some zigzag stuff and then play with the shape a little more. Sorry, about to cough. So, so let me extend this. Extend. Okay. Select curve to extend. Yes. And what I'd really like to do is for it to reach the end of it. So I guess I'm not very successful. Is there another one that's better in terms of view? Okay. Are those two circles? No. This one is the two circle one. Let's reuse the old one I did. This one. Okay. Here. Okay. Okay. Put one aside. Okay. So I somehow generated this line. In that's no problem. So I think just so that we are I think, okay, this is end to end. Probably has something to do when you draw the circle. Are you drawing it sort of like this way? If you do it this way, you would have a quad. For example, if I draw a line, this is the end as well as the quad. The quad are the four points that really touches the shape outside the whatever it is. So the quad is those 4 points on the circle. So anyway, you may want to consider to do that if you do it in. So this one is actually correct because I got the line working. There's a line. Okay, so I want to use this line to do some zigzag stuff. Just do another one. Okay, the end. This one. Maybe with a little distance. The aesthetic of this is no big problem, just so that I have something like this. I would also draw another one or hide the shape just so that I can see it. Okay, so the other one is, this shape is really odd. Maybe do a little bit more even. That's okay. So I'm going to do a mirror. No, sorry. Yes, a mirror image of this. So I'm going to use the line I have as the center to create a mirror image, sort of like this, and unhide the shape. So what I want to do is I want to do another sweep. Okay, 2-wheel sweep. Select the first wheel again, and the second wheel is the other circle. Right? No, this is not one circle already. This is somehow half circle. Oh, and also this is totally messed up. Okay, so first delete the first one. And let me see what's going on with this. So this is a shape. The edge disappeared already, or maybe it's already not a round shape. Is it still round? Okay, still round. You can do it like in leaves also. So I need to bring back the edges because I think the edges, if I hide, okay, there's no edges, so I need to bring back the edges. So select this one, and where to bring back the edges, which you use this duplicate face border. I think that would do. Select the surface. Oh, they're not the same surface. They already have multiple surface. Somehow maybe exploded. So I don't have any of this that I can do. Okay, I don't want this one. I have to deal with this one because this is one surface, one poly surface. Okay, why is it a poly surface? Even that should probably be able to. But I have, it's okay because I have the circles in this case, so I don't need the edge. So in case, for example, if you want to bring out an edge of a surface, you can use this tool, which sometimes is very useful, except this is not, one altogether one surface, so you can choose all of them. So poly surface, even that they're together, they can be selected together, they're not one surface. So since I have the circles still in there, I'm just going to use this one. Probably still a better choice. And I'm going to use this quad. I have someone at home, quad to quad. Seems to be fun. Okay, so I created a line. Okay, so I think it's fine even with this line. It's sort of, because this quad to quad is not perpendicular to the edge, but let's just use this, hide this, and continue to play with this. Okay, I'm going to do my zigzag. And zigzag often, because you are using this surface, you do need to check once you're done. It may not be correct. If we look at the top view, it's not aligned. So I need to align all of them based on this line, which is going to be not very easy. Okay. Click on control point, set point. Sorry, click on the line and we will do a set point so that we need to, make all the control points align with the line that we have. So control point, let's turn on control point. Probably already did. Set PT. This is, okay. Where is the select the line, turn on the control point, which I do not see, but somehow I can select this control point, probably by pressing on control or shift. Okay. Now one curve, 6 curve point added and one curve. Okay, so that's all the point I think I already added. So if I do set PT, okay, so now I can set. I can set based on, I'm just first to set based on Y and maybe rotate a little bit. So I'm going to set on Y. So you can see they are together, okay? And then move this one. At least now it's possible to be just a little more precise, okay? Move. Let's remove some of this because sometimes the snapping is really awkward end to end. Okay, and rotate. This time, this line possibly can even be a little bit longer. Select object, press enter, and snap to the other end, and just sort of select to here. So this one is a little longer. It's not perfectly meeting. So that says when I draw a circle, I needed to be very careful because this quad to quad, I should let the quad to quad to be horizontal rather than diagonal. Then I may save some trouble. But now at least I have this line that's sort of in good relationship with these two lines. And I would use one of this is not totally meeting. An easy way is to move the circle rather than move the line. If I need precision, this point I can move to meet my zigzag. Okay, ooh. Oh, what's the problem? Still not meeting my ruler. Okay, let's move this one here. Okay, that one, none here is not meeting. Okay, then I don't need this line. I'm just going to draw another line, but I want to move the circle perfectly to line up. There should be a quad. I need to still select quad. Okay, the quad. So yeah. So instead of moving the line, and then I'm just going to move the circle. So now I will draw a line from end, not quad end, to the other end, and then quad. They're together anyway. Okay, and do a mirror image. Mirror image. Select object to mirror, press enter, and select this point of the axis and the other. Oh, did I not select the whole thing? Okay. Mirror, And select the start point, which is here. Still a little problem, right? Oh, because I'm mirroring in the wrong view. So in any case, that's okay. If that's the case, I will just rotate. But to make a copy, there's already a copy. So I made the rotate with the original one in there. So rotate, select, press enter, and select the center. Just be one of those points. And this 180 degrees should be, or type in 180. Okay. Oh, it's really odd. Okay, let me stop this. And I would like you to play with it because I have a little technical challenge right here. So I'm just going to do the sweep and not to worry about, because this is a bit ideation. It's not so much. Okay, two-wheel sweep. Select the first wheel, select the second wheel, and select. So before we did the pseudo mobile stripe, but now we are going to use the zigzag, which is really fun. The reason I'm struggling to do the other shape is I wanted a shape that looks more like this. I actually already done. I think it looks like this. So there's both sides. No, not that. Yes, this is just one side. I still need another one. I haven't managed to create another one. The worst case, let me just rotate this one, this whole thing. So I'm going to align it with my view. This one is not aligned with my view. That's why. That's why I have trouble working with it. So now I think this one is aligned with my view. I'm going to create the inner part also. So now this line is this one. Okay, this should need to be rotated too. So that copy is actually a bit odd. So let me see. Select object to rotate. Press enter and down. Center. Okay. Copy. There's no. That's fine. Okay. So okay, so now I have another extra I don't really need. Okay, so now I sort of aligned. If you can see that this is not totally, because it's not perpendicular, but it's at least aligned with my view. So now if I mirror it, I probably should be able to mirror it. So as you can see, there's a lot of troubleshooting because not every time when we do things, they're going to fit our goal. So now I have two of them. I can actually do a two-wheel sweep. So one is inner side, one is outer side. Or I can select both of them together and do a two-wheel sweep or join them as one shape. So type in join. Okay, so now it's one thing. And then let's do a two-wheel sweep. I need to, okay. Select two-wheel sweep. Select the first wheel, select the second wheel, select the cross section, which then is this curve. Okay, and then press enter, and then, oh, this is weird. What happened? Oh, maybe it's okay. Maybe it's really fun. There was a little problem at here. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do a perfect one. This one is not totally meeting like this. Some of the line because it's jagged, which I don't like. Okay, I have to do a perfect. So this sort of is a failed one, but you got the idea what I wanted to achieve. So I'm going to redo another one in my third tutorial, which I promise you I have all the right element and the right location. So before I do that, I would just have to say when you do a circle, really where the location of the quad is important. So you would press on shift. So this is the quad is at the right place. Okay, shift to make it a little bigger. If that's the case, so when I try to play with these two circles, it would be much easier because you can see the quad is aligned. So it's not any circle. So if I do this, the quad is all diagonal. So that's the trouble of the problem. Okay, so I would stop here for this, and maybe I will do a real perfect correct one in my next lecture, or maybe I play with something else. Have a good day and enjoy this project, and think about what are the shapes that you're interested. You could look from nature, you could look from a previous project, or you could look from anywhere that gives you the inspiration. So have a good day, and I will see you around in Zoom.